Hey people, what's going on? Welcome to Real Tough Talk. Tough Talk.
How is that even possible?
Tough Talk.
Whoa!
Stephen J. partner goes,
Show some respect. You did not answer the question.
he's a bad man.
Bad man.
He's a bad. He finally said it.
The slipper's gone. The dress has holes in it. The cart turned into a pumpkin again. So what else you gonna do?
I guess this team couldn't cover a twin mattress with a king size sheet.
Lights out season.
Lights out for you. Let's get as quick into the game as possible because I am not staying in this wig longer than I have to.
I want to party. Play it out, bro. While you talking this guy.
All right. What is going on, guys? What is going on? I'm excited, humble to be with y'all today. Welcome to another episode of Real Tough Talk. I'm Stephen J. I'm here with my partner, Ghost, my other partner, Lou the Shooter, and we're here to bring you the EHS D1 Championship. Storm, Primetime.
I just have a question, Mr. Stephen J. Are you in a funeral home?
Nah.
Because the background is crazy.
Well, you know what? It's like a funeral the way I serve you guys up on the debate.
Oh.
So I guess I figure I get in the atmosphere and have my background, let the audience know what's coming next when I bury you guys.
Way to try and reach. That was such a reach.
Yeah, it was. But you know because what? I give it to him. Click on his feet.
Yeah, listen. It just looks like an old people home at this point. I don't care what he says. Look, the flowers, the old pictures, and all of that.
With the what is that wallpaper in the back?
We're gonna go with Storm, with their leader, owner, and captain Disco, and you're gonna have Primetime with their head coach and owner Tiki. Now, Primetime has won a championship, I believe, in the last year.
Last season.
So they're trying to go back to back. Disco, this is his first time being in the championship game. What can we expect from both teams? Storm with you, Ghost, talking about Storm.
The thing with Storm is they have a lot of primetime vets on that team. So they're going to be familiar with a lot of things that Tiki and this primetime team does, especially Tiki himself, because they've been coached by this man. They've played with this man. So they kind of understand. Disco especially knows exactly what type of play schemes Tiki's going to really be going for. But I think it'll be the inverse of that with Tiki, with Storm, with a lot of the guys that's on their team. So it's just going to be a family game overall. But the fact that they know each other doesn't mean that they're not going to turn down the competition and not want to send each other home.
I would just say it's like a family rivalry.
Yes.
You know, because it's strange. They just played with them in BQFL.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where they got stomped. But it's just funny. Like Go said, it would be it's not that rivalry. Like I wanna stomp a mud hole in you type.
Yeah.
And Tiki, what's your thought of Tiki in Primetime, Lou?
Well, they're a veteran team that won last season. You know, they've been playing together and they've been playing well. Winning Avados League, and then now you made the championship here. You know, they got capable players. They got a good team.
All right, well, let's talk about. We're gonna listen to both of them. We're gonna have an interview with them before the game, and then I'll talk to you about the quarterbacks, and then we'll come right back. We'll be right back. Let's jump on this real quick.
Stephen J. here with Disco, owner of Storm, as they play Primetime for the championship in the D1. A lot of people call this a Cinderella season for you guys. I've seen you win a few chips, but why guys are saying this? Why they consider this a Cinderella season for you?
Maybe because it's our first time here on this stage, and they haven't seen me out here a lot before. I mean, I've won with Primetime a few times, but our first year, they thinking we're on borrowed time. That's lucky. Nah, I'm ready for that. I'm built for this. I've been doing this for a long time. I just didn't have the opportunity. Now I do.
Did UTF underestimate y'all guys last week?
Yeah, they did, but I don't know why. Because when they beat us with 9 seconds left on the clock on a bad coverage. Other than that, we had them beat. This time, I know Mimi been playing against for years with Sour Facts and stuff like that. So I know they barely scored on us. So they underestimated, thinking because they beat us, they're gonna do the same thing again. Not this time.
You won with Tiki.
Yep.
So what is it like playing them for the first time in the championship?
Yeah, this is gonna be difficult. I got plenty of love for that organization. Any other league, if I'm playing with them or not, I'm always in their corner. Today is different. That's like my brother. That's my second family. But this is my thing now. I was doing it on semi-pro level for a long time. You can see I won a few chips in other leagues, but now this is the one I want to do it on. I'm playing against my brother. It's gonna be bittersweet. I want to win, and I'm gonna love when we beat him. That's all I got to do. If we don't win him, pass off to him. It's a championship winning organization. He got a lot. It's my turn.
Last question. What did Brooklyn prove uptown, being both teams are from Brooklyn in the D1 championship? What did y'all prove?
I don't think I say that we proved because, like I said, Primetime won a bunch. They just went uptown over there. They went to Soundview Chip. They lost it, but they go so in the lower divisions. The Brooklyn team, we got the quarterbacks and the players in the lower divisions that not too many people can mess with us.
All right, we're gonna thank Storm. We're gonna thank Disco and the Storm team. Listen, a lot of people didn't give him a shot, especially last week. He's being modest. I'm not. They shocked the world last week, so I think right now, if Primetime don't take them serious, we'll see two shockers in 2 weeks. See y'all soon. Later. Stephen J here with owner, coach Tiki of Primetime as they play Storm in the D1 EHS Championship. Tiki, Avalos League, you just won. Now you're back in the championship here. What is it about you guys that y'all always find a way to make it regardless of what league y'all go to?
It's chemistry. The guys listen to me. It's chemistry. We've been playing together long enough. We just got to keep building. Just keep building, and we doing something right. Something is going our favor, so we're just going to continue to keep playing football the way we've been playing it.
What it's like to play a team that no one expects to win. No one expected Storm to win last week. How do you keep your guys, your troops, focused on the game and not underestimate the team you're playing?
The good thing is I heard Storm been talking. So I was afraid a little bit because that's like a mirror image of ourselves. They were on Primetime. They're still Primetime alums. So they know the game. They know our game plan. We know their game plan. They want to prove. It's like JV playing varsity. No disrespect. They want to move up. They want some spots. And now they're here to prove that they belong on the A team.
Last question. Same thing I asked Disco. You from Brooklyn, Disco from Brooklyn. What did y'all prove to the league or show the league that both Brooklyn teams are in the championship in D1 division?
Well, it was two Brooklyn teams in the division D1 chip last season when we played the Vipers. So it's nothing new to us. This is their first rodeo here. Congratulations to them, first time here. But they got to come through us. Everybody know, like I've been saying it, it's been said, we the carver of the lower division. Now, this is how you put the stamp on it. If you the carver of the lower division, you just saw Carver just did the Final Four. We got to implement that. We got to do the same thing.
We're going to thank Tiki for being here. Never mind it's on camera. But this team wins. You got to give it to them. They win.
Hopefully it's back to back. Hopefully in an hour, you got me again on a tutorial, and we'll see what's going on. Good luck to Storm.
All right. We're going to see y'all soon. Appreciate it. Tiki.
All right. Thanks for the interviews for those guys. I think it comes down to their quarterback, Reem of Storm and X of Primetime. A lot of people say Reem is more of a runner than thrower. So he's a runner that can throw the football. X is a quarterback. He can throw the football that can also run. He has a little more experience being the fact that he done played against A players and all that stuff in UFL. So he has more experience. Reem, we haven't really seen him on the scene. But this is an opportunity to be on a big stage in EHS to show guys what he could do. So it's going to come down to those two quarterbacks, and we're going to have to see how that goes. We're going to start out the game with Storm getting the ball first. You're going to have Reem with 3 runs for a nice game, but not enough to reach the end zone, and Storm will have to punt. Ghost, to start out the game running the football, but not able to capitalize on the running yards by scoring an end zone. Do you think that that's more of a defeat for them, or more like, okay, that was our first shot? What's your thoughts on that?
I think it's just a little bit of both. It could be like they were testing the waters early, but as they, noticed later in the drive that they couldn't really move the ball that way, it just got to that, they couldn't really figure out how to move in that drive. I guess that's the point, that's why they did these, runs real quick, just to see how things go in the next drive.
We're going to go with now X in Primetime gets the ball back. Second half, after a short run, X throws the bomb deep to Saya, who gets by the safety, caught midfield, big game, getting him to the 10-yard line. What I like about this is the fact that Tiki just watched the offense try to run against him. People expected him to do the same thing, and he goes downfield. How much do you think they caught him off guard with this, Luke?
obviously it caught him off guard. The thing is that, again, the watching of the quarterback. How you got two safeties back there, homeboy just comes post corner on you. Makes no sense.
Well, 3rd and goal, extra blocker from Jigga. Finds Jordan in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Side gets the extra point. 7-0, they take the lead. If you look here, if you look at the corner, he slides over, leaving them open right here. These guys on the goal line do not communicate at all. It baffles me, especially the closer you get to the end zone, the more you expect the defense to lock down. And it seems like they make more mistakes. This is a huge mistake. Easy pitch and catch. This is more on the defense than it is the offense making a spectacular play.
You see a couple of receivers running back and forth in the back of the end zone. Nobody's communicating. These are open passes right here. If you look, these guys are waving for the ball, and because the defense is not communicating, the defenses are able to, the receivers are able to shift back and forth. You see Jordan just slide over to the corner. Nobody reads that corner, and because of that, Jordan's left open for the easy catch for the touchdown there.
And you know what it is, that the defender was on the island. He was stuck. He had one to his right, one to his left. So he had then you got the one guy looking at the quarterback instead of coming to help.
And that's the thing, communication. If they're talking, somebody slides over and gives that help. And because they didn't do that, you have such plays like that isolation there.
All right. First down, Ream with blocker from Mills. Throws to Ron on the sideline. Picked off by Austin. Giving the ball back to Primetime. If you look here, Ream is upset. Ghost, what is he upset about? What you think happened here?
It looked like the receivers were in the same spot, bringing the defenders into the play. And if you look at Austin, he reads this play. As soon as he sees Ream looking on that side of the field, he sees the play, what's coming. And the thing about it is, Ream is looking on that whole side of the field the whole time. If you look, he's focused on that side of the field. So a defender looking at that side of the field, he's going to see, all right, the ball is going there. So he takes a shot, he runs towards that play and anticipates the pass, and he's able to go and snatch that ball out the air.
And you know what was, I don't know if it was so much him screaming because there was a receiver. There was 3 in the area, but they weren't that close to each other. They were like maybe 5-10 yards from each other. So it was a bad throw at the end of the day.
Yeah, but my thing is, he shouldn't have threw that, because
guys
like Austin are fast enough to go and get that ball. So you got to know that just because your receiver looks like he's open doesn't really mean he's open when you have defenders like Austin out there.
We've seen Austin have a good season in the UFL. We've seen him have 4 intos in one game and ran one back.
Including,
This kid is a baller. So to make a mistake like that in this vicinity, he's going to make you pay, and he does it right here. Gives Primetime offense back the ball. X with blocking from Chris. Runs in the gap for a decent game. Second down, X throws aside, cutting in the middle, getting to the 5-yard line. If you look there, Green just gets there late. They got their quarterback playing defense, and my problem with this is your quarterback just punted and he's just doing an interception. So you don't have a chance to talk to him to get him in the game because he's playing defense. Lou, that got to be concerning, and now he gives up a big play here.
Yeah, and he just got beat. And like you said, you didn't have enough time to get it right. The defense is not playing well these first 2 drives. So they have to do something and do it quick.
Second and goal, X finds Peanut open in the front of the end zone for the touchdown. Austin gets the extra point, 14-0 Primetime. If you look here, no one is on the sideline. These corners on the outsides are playing horribly. And I'm a fan of Peanut because the kid is one of the smallest, shortest guys on the field, but he is so hype up. He has so much energy, and he always brings it. He makes a great play here, but these defenses, I think they need to get they need to go get live. What is it? The security company that you press to lock the doors or whatever. They need
LifeLock.
There you go, bro. Because theirs is not working. Theirs is not working. They're leaving the doors wide open, and Primetime is capitalizing. Lou and Ghost, both of y'all, they're capitalizing. I want y'all both to comment on it. Since they're letting everybody else in the end zone, why not let y'all open to make y'all comments?
I just think, again, you're looking at the quarterback. That's what it comes down to.
Listen, and again, 2 things can be both right at the same time. Yes, they're looking at the quarterback, and they're not communicating. So all of these things, and then look, you see this guy, I don't know, this defender here, I don't know if he's looking to rush in or break out to go to pick up a receiver, but because nobody's talking, these guys are just standing around while the receivers are getting open in the end zone. Peanut was by himself, untouched. There's no reason why you have receivers waltzing in the end zone, and all this does is give a quarterback like X confidence that goes through the roof. 2 touchdowns in a row he was able to score on his defense. That just shows that now he can do almost whatever he wants. This is not a good look on this Storm defense.
And Coach, if you get a chance, you'll see he's staring straight at the quarterback, and you know the dude is on the corner. But you're playing like 5 yards away from him. Yeah. What are you?
That's insane, man.
Who's the dude with the long arms? Remember the toy back in the day?
Oh, Stretch Armstrong?
Stretch Armstrong. Come on, bro.
All right, Reem gets the ball back, but blocking for Mills, runs in the gap for a decent game. Second down, Reem throws the roll in the gap, knocked away by Kai. It seems like they're trying to get the run and then short passes. This field is no first downs.
Yeah.
That's not going to get you points. Third down, Reem runs for a decent gain, can't get any further after punt. You can't run here. The field is too big, it's 4 and out.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised that Disco didn't come up with a better strategy. The running game is not going to work on this field. The primetime defense is going to give up a lot of yards, allowing you to run knowing that that's not going to get you in the end zone. And once again, this team has to punt, Ghost.
And it's a crazy thing. This is the most disappointing thing about Disco being a coach playing against Primetime. Tiki does the same thing. They are a running team as well, so they know and anticipate how to guard the run. So you know, 1, like you said, the run it's not going to work on this field. It's too big. And 2, you have a coach that understands the run as well. So what are you doing? This is not working. This is 3 drives that this team got on the field and got sent packing, pretty much punting. They're not moving the ball at all, and this is not ending well for them early in this game.
Yeah, you know, he reminds me of Nightmare's Ring in a way. You know what I'm saying? One of those fast dudes, you know, who I'm just saying.
Wow.
Am I being stereotypical? Too reasons?
X gets the ball back for Primetime. With blocking from Jigga, runs in the gap, getting to the 45-yard line. Tiki starting that running game, starting to attack him back with the run. Second down, X with blocking from Jigga. Rolls right, throws deep, Lipe in the gap. The pass is short, picked off by Roll, giving the ball right back to Storm. If you look here, X steps over the line before the throw. The penalty is going to be declined. The pick is going to stand. Now, this is my problem with X. Sometimes he can be inconsistent. He throws 2 touchdown passes. This one was really short, and there was no need to take this risk. It's second down. He tried to put more points up on the board when he should have been a focus on cutting the clock. And they turn over this ball. Lou, I am a little frustrated because we've seen X do this in the UFL. Bad interception here. Great play by Roll, giving the team a little more momentum.
And you know, and that was a horrible throw because he like threw it right at him. But the thing is, I guess, I scored the first 2 drives. This is an easy defense to score on.
Yeah.
You know, and the other thing is,
remember I said confidence. Yeah.
And the thing is that I saw in my notes that one of the things that the Storm was doing, the reason they're watching him is because they're afraid of him running. You know what I'm saying? And look, those are that. Now you're kind of keeping them in the game. This should have been done with.
Correct.
Here.
All right, Green with 3 passes for a big gain, getting him to the 2-yard line. It looked like now he's getting his rhythm, throwing the football. 4th and goal. Green rolls right, finds Shaba in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Austin gets the sack on the extra point. 14-6. You know what I'm going to say. My man Shaba finds the end zone against his old team. Ghost, you know this is something he was looking forward to doing, and that definitely has to give his team a little more momentum with that play.
And listen, and I would say that defensive drive on this team did wonders for their offense because they really needed this. And the thing about this is now you have guys like Shaba stepping up. You have their receivers getting open. You have Reem getting confident again, making throws, driving down the field. I guess he got the memo with the run because he was able to drive down the field with 3 passes and get Shaba in the end zone. And you know your man Shaba has to do a little dance when he gets into the end zone. That is his MO. He does that, gets his team back in the game. Now they're showing signs of life in the end of this half.
And you know what? One of the things on this play, they left the receiver running down the sideline wide open.
Yeah.
What defense are you? Even though we do know, according to Stephen J, I'm not going to say that he's not a good defensive coach.
And he gets mad and says, "Listen, not me, it's the players." But you can't say it's not you, it's the players. But then when you win, it's you. You got to bet. Can't have it both ways. Well, last play of the half, X with blocker from Jigga is still sacked by Ish, taking us into the half, 14-6. Listen, my breakdown real quick. Primetime had the ball, Primetime had the ball 4 times, scored twice, but then threw an interception and then got stopped. Not the way to do it. On the other side, Storm got the ball 4 times, punted, interception, punt, touchdown. Primetime could have put Storm out of this game had they not threw that interception on their 3rd possession.
Yep.
Storm, even though they got stopped 3 times and scored on their 4th try, it's only 14-7, 14-6. They're still in the game. A lot of people would think this is a blowout, but because of that one time that Primetime did not capitalize, they kept Storm into the game. And now we're going to have a good game going into the second half. Let's jump into the second half. Second half, after a short pass, X throws to Jordan in the gap. It's going to be knocked away. 3rd down, X with blocker from Chris is still sacked by Ish. As you see, Storm send 2. They're not giving X time. They know he has a blocker. They send 2 here. Primetime has to punt. That is a good strategy. You got to give that one to Disco. They're not going to let X beat him in the pocket. They're not going to let X run. They send 2. Lou, that's a great strategy. They're going to have to punt.
Yeah, they're getting it together defensively because you see they can't move the ball. You know, like you said, 2 out of 4, and then now your first drive you can't score. They must have got the memo from that great coach for UTF and Soundview.
All right, you're gonna get Storm with the ball. Second down, Reem with blocking by Jay, runs in the middle for a nice gain. Not me, Jay. I can't block anymore. Good block there. 3rd down, Reem with blocking from Mills, throws a shot by on the sideline, getting to the 25-yard line. If you look here, Kai's safety, let him go as AB leaves the corner. Listen, Ghost, they gotta get Shaba involved. These are his former team. He know the mistakes they made. They'll know the gaps. They're getting them involved. Big play here by him there.
And the thing about it is Shaba has always been a playmaker on offense, so they got to get used to getting him the ball. Reem has to be able to find him in the gaps because he is a guy that can get open, and that's exactly what he shows on plays like this, and they're able to move the ball with him involved.
Now, here's the thing. But they gave him a gift because the daggone corner runs 30 yards to rush at the quarterback. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh, no, I see it. No, I see it. I see it. The thing about it is, look, he was so far back that I didn't even realize that that's what he was doing. Because I'm like, why would you run from that far back to rushing on the quarterback? You're just leaving somebody open.
Well, 4th down, Reed with blocker from Mills, throws it up to Watch Me, who makes a catch over Kai in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. Shaba with the extra point, 14-13. They get right back into the game chasing one. First of all, we had a Watch Me sight. Now, you better be playing that. Watch me. Wait, let me see if I can still do it. Watch me with. Watch me name it. Right? Did I do it right?
No.
Wait, hey. When you put your hand over your face, I did it pretty good.
No, you shouldn't be doing
Yo,
that.
no one under 50 knows that song.
Listen, Watch Me is a veteran. He's probably one of the oldest guys on the field other than Disco. But he makes a great play here. Reem knows to go to him here. That's a great play. Exactly what they needed. Kai can't guard him. Watch Me is too much of a big body. It's like a bootleg Grunk. And that's a touchdown. What do you think about that, Lou?
It's crazy you said bootleg Grunk.
Bootleg. No. Oh, yes. When I saw him out there, I was like, oh, crap. The vet. But here's the thing. That's another gift that was given. Dude is looking, staring at the quarterback, doesn't feel the old man who probably smells like Ben Gay behind him. And I was telling Mike earlier, I said, it wasn't even like he jumped. He didn't have to jump. That was a perfect pass.
Yeah.
That was a great pass. And again, the veteran makes the big play to keep them in the game, to get them closer.
Mm-hmm. Well, they're doing exactly what they need to do to jump back in the game. Now they're chasing one. X, with 2 plays under pressure, is tagged twice by Ish for the short game. They are shutting down their running game, Ghost. They're not letting them do that. They're not letting them kill a clock. They're shutting down the running game. X on third down drops the hike. They're going to have to punt. This is a huge mistake, and now Storm has stopped Primetime 4 times in a row after giving up 2 leading touchdowns.
And 2 things that's really getting to X right now: the pressure and the momentum of the other team. Now he has to make something happen. And that pressure all of a sudden coming out of, coming all at once is going to make you make mistakes like this. And understand, you got to also give Ish some credit. He has been fighting through the blocks to put pressure on X all game. And now he's the fruits of his labor is starting to show with plays like this happening. You have the quarterback dropping routine hikes that's causing him to be forced to punt. This is their offense and their defense showing signs of life in the second half. There's a completely different game from Storm right now.
And if I'm not mistaken, he's running back as he calls out, right?
Because he's worried about the pressure.
Yeah.
Yes.
And his own blitz, so why are you
No
worried
blitz,
about the pressure?
yeah.
So
Listen, he's
he
already
shot
shot
a UFL flashback.
Maybe.
Because you can't drop this ball. Like, there is no pressure.
They couldn't afford that at all. Yeah, that's bad.
All right. Storm gets the ball back. Third down after 2 short plays. Green throws deep to Butter, who makes the catch over Kai, runs it all the way to the 15-yard line. Listen, shout to Disco, because at the end of the day, we saw in the first half, they trying to run, and now they're actually throwing the football. And this was a great pitch and catch. Butter with a great catch, which they would have got him more involved early in the game. And they find a way to get him down there, getting that Kai, getting him to the 15-yard line. Knew this is a great play.
And and on that play was 2 defenders back there. Even though I can't blame, because one is watch me. You know what I'm saying? And then when he sees the ball, he drops back. But then you got the defender behind him.
Yeah.
And then the thing is the run after the catch. If you'll see, he runs on a slant. You know what I'm saying, towards the goal. Which that was a great play on that one.
Well, 4th down. Green with blocking from Mills. Throws to Butter in the back of the end zone. As he makes the catch, the play is ruled incomplete. Storm will challenge the play. And the play's going to stand. Turnover on downs. He scores this. They take the lead. Tell me about this play. Tell me about the challenge. Both of y'all starting with you, Ghost.
First of all, that play hurts because this play pretty much could have sealed the game for them. With the way that Primetime's offense has been struggling in this second half, this could have been the game-winning touchdown right here. This could have been the deciding factor. But unfortunately, it's ruled out of bounds. Great challenge by Storm and Disco. I would challenge this play because this is a game-ending play, a game-changing play. Unfortunately, from the angle we saw, it looks like the call was right. And he doesn't keep his feet in bounds. It's unfortunate because this is a huge play. But this is, it's a good call by the refs.
Well, I saw Ghost's video because my drone had technical difficulties and I had to go to the car to charge the remote. But on that was close. That was a close.
Yeah.
Well, we got a shot of it from iPad.
Okay.
And if you look here, he's going in the back of the end zone. He gets 1 foot down. If you look at the other foot, he never drags it. He doesn't drag it. The foot comes forward looking like he's going to drag it, but he doesn't, and he steps out of bounds. Was not able to drag it, and that's huge. And you just seen Butter make a great play. You gotta find a way to get his foot down here. He doesn't. Turnover on downs. Primetime gets the ball back. That is a great call. I think that was B-Roy's call. Great call by B-Roy in the back of the end zone. Did not drag the foot, and Butter has to make that play. Now, Primetime gets the ball back. So right now, remember, Primetime is up 1 point. Second down, after a run by Saya, X throws the lead open on the sideline for a nice game. Third down, X scrambles on Firebrush, throws the pass in the gap. The ball is tipped by Ish, incomplete. 4th and goal. X finds Saya cutting in the back of the end zone for the touchdown. They're putting them up 7. If you look here, Saya cuts in the back unguarded. I don't understand what's up with this Storm and goal line defense, but they have none because they're giving up points in the red zone, in the end zone, and this is going to get you beat. Huge play. They take the 6-point lead, Lou. 7-point lead, I'm sorry. 6 points.
Yeah, he was ridiculously, and that was a heck of a throw because it was, if I'm not mistaken, that was the one that was in between the defender and him in the back of the end. That was a great throw by X.
Yeah.
You can't take that away from him. But
it's funny because I'm looking at that play. It looked like somebody got low bridge when they tried to jump for the ball. It's like the guy flipped over trying to jump for the ball, and then you just see Saya in the back of the end zone just wide open. Understand this though. I think that last touchdown that they gave up, Storm kind of killed that momentum because now they're back to not playing defense the way they need to. I think that's why I'm saying these scores matter. Finishing your drive matters because it affects the other side of the field. And if you look here, dudes are open that shouldn't be open. This is a problem that's been Storm's problem all game, and it's coming back to bite them in the end.
All right.
And again, it goes back to watching the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're going to go for 2. The pass is going to be incomplete, but Primetime gets caught. I'm sorry, Storm gets caught for hands in the face on Ish. 5-yard replay down. What do you think of the call? Was that a good call?
The reason why I'm like, my thing is this. When the blocker, I think this is Chris that was blocking. He comes down to block. He levels himself. He's a tall guy, but he comes down to face level to block Ish. So you're putting your face in between, in the area where the guy's, hand level, he's gonna touch your face. But right as they engage, Chris stands up. So now he's not bending down anymore. And Ish's hands go up right into his face. That's a good call in my opinion.
And
it could have went the other way.
He just said something completely backwards.
No, listen to
went, I don't know, but he stood up. What?
No. Okay. I already cut that. Listen, my thing is it could have went the other way if he didn't get up at the last second. Because he did bend down. So if he gets touched while he's bending down, you're putting yourself in a position to get a hand to the face. You got to protect yourself, right? Am I wrong?
Was it hands to the face?
Yes, it was.
Then all of that other stuff don't matter. I don't need to know.
Listen, I'm just making both sides of the argument.
Gas prices last week, gas prices last month, gas prices in 92. What's the gas price right now? Okay? If
Almost
it's hands to
$4.
the face, I don't need a story. You remind me of my wife. I'm going to tell you why. She tells me a story, and I just want to go through the park. She wants to go around the park. No! Let's take the shortcut and get right there. That's just... I get in trouble for doing it all the time. But
now, I'm going to tell you. Listen. Do not compare another man to your wife. Don't do that. Don't do that.
What?
Don't do that. Don't do that. Your wife is your wife, all right? I made a point. You disagree with me. That's all that matters.
Too long. No. That's what I mean.
That's
not
my point.
The point was it hands in the face? You're telling me he bent down. You know what? Check this out. He walked from the sideline on the field, right? You want to tell me how he walked on the field? You want to say, well, listen, if he didn't walk on the field at this angle, then it would have been a delayed game. Was it a delayed game? No.
But my thing is this.
Tell me what the
we
question
all saw the hands to the face, so why even ask me?
That's all
Someone even ask me.
Thank you. Lou, tell me about the play.
All right. I couldn't really see the hands to the face, but I saw a hold by the giver. He held his arm like this. You see it, like he.
Pretty much, it was multiple calls on it.
It was a penalty regardless. Like he and then he didn't even try to hide it. It was like, look at my trophy that I have.
Listen,
you know what I'm saying?
when you're desperately trying to make a play, I cannot blame him because Ish has been fighting at that giver position all game. So he's trying to make a play. I'm not mad at him. Unfortunately, it comes back to hurt them because now Primetime is closer for a 2-point conversion.
X is going to be able to find Austin in the front of the end zone for the 2-point conversion, putting them up by 9, ending the game. Primetime, EHS, back-to-back D1 champs.
And you know what?
Wow.
That was a big man 2-point catch because he was in traffic with that one.
Right.
Even though he's bigger than all them guys there, but still, But congratulations to Tiki. Now it's time to move up.
Well, we'll go to the interviews, talk to the guys real quick, and then we'll give our final thoughts. We'll be right back.
Ready? Tiki here with Primetime as they come away with the championship in the D1 22-13. I got the head coach and owner and the championship MVP. We're going to start with the championship MVP. Austin, you was locked in today, especially the walk-off. First of all, was you surprised that Tiki went for 2 for the winner?
Oh, not at all. We always aggressive. We always going to make that play, and we always going to try to beat their ass. That's it. That's it. I promise you. We came here locked in, ready to go. No one was going to stop us. Regardless of the mistakes, regardless of the mishaps, regardless of those 2, whatever, it doesn't matter. We here to win, and we here to continue to win in the A. That's simple. That's the next step.
Are you making personal statements to TFL? We seen you play great in UFL. You push it over here. You're playing great in this league. Are you making a statement to let them know that we have a lot of other ballers that people don't talk about?
Of course. We are making a statement that there's other ballers. We are going to
Leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Leave it alone. Let's keep it here.
Primetime's coming. Just know Primetime's coming. I don't want to say anything else, but Primetime's coming. This is back to back. No one's done it before. We're gonna continue to make history. We're gonna continue winning championships. That's it.
Tiki, you won Alvados League, Touchable League. You won EHS as you won it last season. What is Primetime not only winning, traveling winning, telling the TFL world?
One thing I'm saying, we started from the bottom. We building together. Everybody sees the name Primetime because we've been around for the longest, saying we belong in A, belong in A. But if they look at the team, we're developing. Our A players didn't play with us today. Our A players play everywhere else with us. But moving forward, we all back together, coming for your league. That's your league, but we're going to keep it here. We just playing good ball right now. We playing good ball. You know, winning cures all. We playing good ball. We ain't got to worry about nobody playing on that team, nobody playing on this team. Everybody's home. As you see our sideline, you see everybody. It gets good. It feel good. It feel good. That's it.
You started out with a lot of momentum. Then it seems like y'all kind of tapered off. What happened, and how was you able to draw the troops back in?
Well, they adjusted. Storm adjusted. You got to understand, Disco been with us forever. The majority, that heart of that team was Primetime. Not taking nothing away from them. So they know how to change and make plays, switch up adversity. They're a mirror image of us. We're just like the older brothers beating up on the little brothers. But the little brothers is coming. If they stick together, they can take over the D1 like we did because we moving up. So we'll see what's going to go on with them. I don't know what they got planned, but they stay together, they're going to be a problem.
We seen X get a little rattled towards the middle of the game. Then he came away with a big touchdown towards the end. What did you tell him to bring this guy's confidence back?
Honestly, Jay, told him throw the ball. Stop worrying about making a mistake. I could see it. Once we got a 14-zip, it was more, he didn't want to make a mistake no more. The game-winning drive with Lipe, that play was there. You'll see it. It was there all day. We kept telling him, throw that whole shot. Green, the quarterback from Storm, was throwing the whole shot. We was running the same plays against each other. Disco was out there calling plays. He did what he did, but we just more athletic, better athletes right now, team chemistry-wise.
Last question. I know everybody wants to know this.
Stop trying to run my way.
Last question. Is Primetime going to the A?
Oh, win or lose, we was going. We have nothing else to prove. We have nothing else to prove. We have nothing else to prove. It's just, we had nothing else to prove. Look, we told him all week in the chat, it's going to be him and Kai going to be the difference makers in the game. Look, what happened? He got MVP. And they don't even think about him. They weren't about Leak. They weren't about Ghost. They weren't about Nas. Meek and Leak, Chris. They not worrying about him. So what that make us? They not worrying about Jordan. So y'all worry about them and heavy hitters and let him come eat up. Be good.
We're going to shout to Primetime. Listen, at the end of the day, they show that they're a team that must be talked about. When you talk TFL, when you talk Carvers, YMM, Underrated, Super Friends, all these other teams, you got to mention Primetime for the middle division because they have dominated. They've dominated. You got to give them their props. Love him or hate him, he wins. So that's the bottom line. We're going to see y'all soon.
Win everywhere we go.
Stephen J here with Disco as they lost the game to Primetime. Storm lost the game to Primetime, 22-13. I started out slow. Got build momentum. Had him against the rope. Had to make a big stop. What happened at the end?
No lack of communication at the end. And even though they know the play call, they wasn't running the play the way they're supposed to. Defensively, they knew where they were supposed to be, but didn't do it. And every time I try to make adjustments, they always give, Disco, I got it. Well, it's a learning. We'll learn. It's our first chip on this stage. They'll get used to it.
Is that what happens when you play with a young team? like it's hard to get them mentally into the game? You was trying because you're a veteran, but how difficult was that?
Sometimes because they feel because they're young and athletic, I got it, they know what they're going to do, And then sometimes I try to guide them. If you notice, when I did get on the field for that one drive, I called the plays. We went up the field and scored with no problem. Defensively, when I made the adjustment, they followed me. We made the big stops. And that last one, they know what the call was, but they didn't execute. It happens. But they also need time to gel more. Primetime been doing this for years. We just got to come together. We'll be back.
What happens going forward with Storm? Is this a one-hit wonder? Is it this is the team we're playing uptown? What would you say?
Long as my work schedule has allowed me to now be out off on Saturdays, we'll be back. As long as I'm free on Saturday, we'll be back here. And then other leagues, because we still in Expo, maybe BQFL. But yeah, we'll be back up here.
We're gonna thank Disco team. Made a great run. Definitely, he wouldn't call it a Cinderella season because he's had championships, but they did a great job in this league. Unfortunately, it didn't finish the way they thought it would, but we'll see what happens. Talk to you soon.
All right, we're back. Thank you for those guys for the interviews or whatever. Let's start with Storm. Ghost, give me your thoughts of Storm.
They fought. Early in the game, you looked at the game and you thought the game was over. That they weren't ready. They weren't coming to play at their best. They couldn't compete. And then something happened in that last touchdown that they scored before the half. You saw the spark. They fought and they came back and they were within striking distance to winning the game. A few mistakes on defense. Some times where their offense didn't go further enough to score. They started too late, and I think that's kind of why they end up coming up short. They played well towards the end, but it was too little too late for them.
Lou, give me your thoughts on Primetime.
Well, Primetime almost lost this game. At the end of the day, let's keep it real. This was giving me what you call it vibes at Alvaro's league where they almost blew. You know what I'm saying? You got when they scored those first two times, they had the momentum. I thought it was going to be the same thing as Carver PME. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it looked like. It looked like they were going to keep scoring every daggone drive. But, they pulled it out at the end. You know what I'm saying? The veteran team did what they had to do. Even I'm saying, as far as that last drive was a heck of a pass. You can't, and the fact that homeboy could have dragged his feet. So I don't know what Witch's Brew Tiki did, but he got the win. Now it's time to move up. Stop looking at me like that, Jockey.
What you just said was wicked. I'm very uncomfortable with him pulling it out at the end. It's wicked.
Yo,
You don't have to repeat it. You don't have to repeat it, though.
Okay. Now, listen. Storm, 1. They started, the first half, they was 1 for 4. Second half, they were 1 for 2. So that team was 2 for 6. Not great numbers, but they got a young quarterback. Finding Shaba and Watch Me for the 2 touchdowns, 2 guys Shaba, who I always thought was an upcoming player, didn't have a great season in the UFL last season, but his first season he did. Watch Me, a veteran guy. Watch Me play when I played. When I was retiring, Watch Me was like in his youth or whatever. So to see Watch Me, the old man now, is funny. But Storm showed their ability to play. They upset UTF last week, who was the number 1 seed. So they showed that they're capable. They started a little too late this game. That's gonna get you beat. I think sometimes they need to listen to Disco more because Disco has experience, and I think sometimes the youth, Disco's not a rah-rah coach. He's not a disciplinary guy like Tiki.
Disciplinarian, you mean?
Yeah, thank you. He's not like Tiki. And that hurts him sometimes because I think these guys decide to do what they want. That can hurt you. But I think he has a young quarterback. He has a young team that's capable of competing in the D1 when you're not playing against A talent. So I think that they're on the right page. Disco did a great job. His wife is there with him, who's a great support system. And this team will be back, like he said, and I think they can make noise next season. Got to pick up a few more players. Need a few more stars, and they got to make Shaba a part of that passing attack. On the other side, Tiki started out 2 for 2, scored back-to-back touchdowns, and then got stopped the next 4 possessions. They threw a pick, got stopped, and punted twice until they scored their last touchdown on their last possession. Tiki almost let this one get away, just like they did in like Alvin Lee's, exactly what you said. Tiki had the momentum, and Tiki had the edge because he had guys on this team that plays in 8 divisions. They played against 8 talent. So you were supposed to put this game away early.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? By you allowing them to get back in it, sometimes these guys don't follow Tiki's lead. And I think that's the problem. Now, Austin is a great player. He deserved to win championship MVP. He made noise in the UFL league. But we've seen X struggle. He threw 2 touchdowns, and then, like I said, threw a pick and got stopped the next 3 times. And then, like Ghost said, he feels the momentum got taken away from Storm when they didn't score that touchdown.
Yeah.
And they kind of let their foot off the gas, and that hurt them. Last thing with Storm, really quick, but I got to get his foot down. Got to get your foot down.
Mm-hmm.
Big-time players make big-time plays, and you got to find a way to get your foot down. Now, again, Primetime, great game. They won back-to-back titles. Tiki said they're going into the A. Tiki does not like to add people on his team. He better do it, because if you go to the A playing Nightmares, Carver, YMM, you will get blown out. You will get blown out because you're playing against other A talent. This team is not going to be able to compete against top teams with this team. He can coach all he wants, but it is not going to work. They don't have enough firepower. They don't have enough overall talent. His best player on this team right now is Austin. Now, would he get Nas to come down and play? Yes. Would he get Chris to come down and play? Yes. Those are the guys that he has on his team. But none of them are the best players on the 8 teams they play for. They're not. Nas is not the best player on Nightmares. He's a role player. Chris is not the best player on the Raiders. So what I'm trying to explain to you is you can get those guys and put them on your team and say, I got my team back. But you're not going to be able to compete. Just like Tiki, be like, I don't care about the UFL draft and I don't need all these players. Yes, you do. Because you're playing against other A talent. And sometimes I think Tiki ego kind of blocks his ability to go forward. I'm not going to allow my thoughts of him take away from his greatness. He's a Carver mob in the lower division.
He said that himself.
That guy wins. He wins. Yeah. But now it all's going to be his resume is going to be looked to based on him playing against other top talent. He didn't win a championship in UFL. Super Friends did. Primetime didn't. So he can't.
He went to Final Four, yeah.
So until he's able to win an A chip, which if he wins the UFL, playing against other A talent is an A chip. But you got to add other players, and this is not going to work if he moves up. I'm not going to take away from what he did. But unless he signs other big-time players, it's not going to be the way it is because he just dodged the bullet in this game.
Yep.
We're going to wrap this one up. Congratulate Primetime. Great job by Tiki. Again, they're the Carver mob of the lower division. They win. But now they're going up to the A in the EHS. We're going to have to see how that goes. But he said the next one he's going for is UFL. Got to get him man his props. He coached the team that went to the championship and BQFL lost, but he coached that team. He went to Alvado's League, won a championship undefeated, came to EHS, won a championship, played again in EHS, won a championship. This guy wins. Got to give him his prop. He wins, and it's a support system. His wife is she bleeds Primetime. Mm-hmm. So when you have the support system and cast at home, it makes it easier. And one thing I can say about Tiki's guys, they love him.
Right.
They love him. He lost Rike. Rike was hurt. You know what I mean? But he's going to get his guys back. And they love him. Got to give him that. So you got to show him respect. You got to give him his flowers. He's done a great job. He can put a roster together. I think his ego is going to hurt him going forward, competing in the A. But we'll see how that goes.
So you're trying to say there'll be no more tombstones on his back of his jacket after this season?
Well, what the tombstones on the back of the jacket, you got to add more A teams.
Yeah.
We're going to wrap this one up. On behalf of Real Tough Talk, I'm Stephen J., my partner Ghost, my other partner Lou the Shooter. We're going to see y'all guys soon. UFL, not really around the corner, got some time, but draft talk is coming. Mm-hmm. So we'll talk to y'all soon. Like I always tell you guys, keep God first. Everything else will work itself out. We out of here. Much love, guys.